That is so hard for me to do. It's probably because I don't have anybody to talk to. It's kinda unhuman what we put us humans through. It's really weird. But anyways, I put in the description. You guys really need to, like, remember things. I put Dagburn in this. I tagged Dagburn and I tagged Triple T. I seen Dagburn was in the community post talking about Triple T and how honorable Johnny Dagburn is, and he would never record a friend. Well, I think there's a video out there of Dagburn saying that Justin guy is his friend, the one he recorded. And the original, if you go pull the videos up, will tell you that he wanted everybody to know how corrupt Upchurch was. Then you can pull up another video where Johnny Dagburn says, when he's Team Upchurch, he's like, "Yeah, I posted that so Upchurch could see what he was saying about him." You know what I mean? I did it for Upchurch. And then you can even go pull up another video where he's like, "Well, Justin, well, he's not altogether there, good guy, but he was telling the truth." And like, at least you should remember your fucking stories when you're gonna tell them. You know what I mean? Why did you record Justin to begin with? Which recording is correct? Which one is not the fucking skit? Who is Johnny Dagmer? Johnny Dagburn missed me. I'm fucking, I don't like, I don't know how you can talk about God. You think I'm going to be an American citizen? I don't think so, like that. I don't think so, bud. I don't think so at all. I still got some moves I gotta make. You know what I mean? You guys could take all your shit and we'll be just fucking fine. And you guys want to complain like Donald Trump doesn't think sometimes. Hey, bud, they're your car manufacturing plants that we build parts for and we do cars for too. You know what I mean? Fucking take them all. We'll build our own fucking cars. You know what I mean? We don't have a steel problem. We're fucking okay. We'll be just dandy over here. But like that. Like, hey, wouldn't that be something, eh? Just an old separation because somebody wanted. But then again, man, I don't want to get ahead of myself because a lot of the stuff I agree with Donald Trump. You know what I mean? Hey, Jonathan, you think this is new and hey, bud? No, if we lived in a world where fucking weak little fucking tards like you weren't running around, there wouldn't be a fucking immigration problem in Canada or the fucking US. You know what I mean? But we got little fucktards like you fucking running around protecting the world. You know what I mean? God put it in your hands there, dipshit. He gave the world to you, Jonathan, and you just fucking want to give her away. You know what I mean? Hey, you guys go do whatever you want. I don't fucking think I'm pledging allegiance to a fucking flag, pledging allegiance to a country. I pledge my allegiance to God. You know what I mean? Just for the truth. And Turkey, if you go back in my videos and you actually pay attention, I've said that all of North America should just fucking all together. You know what I mean? Everybody's equal. Just a thought. You know what I mean? But we'd have to tear down the current system. You know what I mean, Jonathan? You have to start a brand new thing. That'd be scary to you, wouldn't it? There is this thing, the anti-WEF. Jordan Peterson works for them. Maybe we could hear what they have to say. You know what I mean? Like, you guys like the WEF plans because you're just going along with them. I wish you just go pop by the website and see what. Well, but they're part of the shadow government. I just fucking hate to break it to you, and you can go see who they're sponsored by. You know what I mean? It doesn't take a fucking brainwave to figure out, but you guys still can't figure out. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. This fucking makes me sick. This, like, you guys are fucking, you guys think you're so smart. Look at this. Look at this. I can't even fucking believe this. Oh, just just put on a show for the people and well, the people will buy it. The recent elections also feel like a cultural tipping point towards race and prioritizes nation. First, in 20 years, some United Notes, slur attacks, the legacy media wrote nonstop about how misinformation was a threat to democracy. We tried in good faith to address those concerns without becoming truth. I tried real hard, real hard. Hey, bud, leave your children alone. What if the problem is you've been left alone to take care of your children and you just can't do it very good? You know what I mean? Someone has to step up and say, hey, Mihad, it's time to wake up. The children have been in trouble for a long fucking time. And well, most of you see it and you don't fucking care. But now, see, now we got Trump and off. But here's the thing. Let's get back to MetaMark, okay? Lovely little speech. Showed a little human emotion. Oh, guys, we really let you down in the past, but we're really going to make up for it. That last government, they were so bad, so bad, so bad. Do you guys realize what the fuck MetaMark did to the world? Any fucking clue inside of your fucking stupid fucking brains? Like, they fucked you on an election, your intelligence agencies. MetaMark wasn't letting you guys know that laptop was real. And then all that information, none of it, none of it. In fact, you'd get banned if you fucking posted shit, right? Weird. But, but, but now we're all going to be like, he went to Mar-Lago and Mark, he learned his lesson. He will never try and fuck the world over again because that's not what he did, right? Fuck the world. MetaMark didn't give a flying fuck about you. But now, when the hammer can fall on Mark because, well, Mark was a bad boy and he doesn't want to pay for his bad behavior, now he's going to get himself in line. So much, so much so. Do you guys pay attention to what's going on? He just hired Dana White to be part of the board at Meta. Are you fucking for real? One of Trump's fucking buddies. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Why do I project so much? What am I projecting about? Turkey, huh? Hey, Captain Midnight. I'm I'm far past anger. You know what I mean? I just know how to handle it better than you guys. That's all. I am so sick of your fucking stupidity. So sick of your fucking weakness. So sick and tired of your fucking hatred. It's all you people want to satisfy yourselves in fucking hatred. Good luck. Good fucking luck in the future. Fuck. You all these Americans saying we're not going to be American. I don't wanna be attached to people who think they're fucking better than everybody else, and well, there's a whole fucking list of fucking people on here who are Americans who think they're better than Canadians for some reason. An imaginary line makes them fucking special. Yeah, you're doing good with God. Fuck. Oh, man. Canada doesn't need the USA. Canada needs actual fucking leadership. It needs to learn it can fucking stand on its own. Because if America is giving us handouts, I can see why Trump would be mad. But what the fuck is the Greenland thing about, guys? Huh? You guys want fucking Greenland too? I thought, hey, it's almost worrisome that the Democrats were saying, hey, Trump's going to want to be a dictator. And now Trump's saying, hey, we're going to make Canada the 51st state. We're going to take Greenland. And well, I agree with them on the Panama Canal and that thing. That was stupid. Hey, China, you can just fucking have this. But the Greenland thing, you got to question yourself on that. Hey, Cricker, do you know what's going on in Greenland? We got to ask ourselves. Now, I don't know if this is true or not. There's some sort of Space Force thing there. Hey, don't tell me I'm an idiot for thinking Space Force is real. Because your boy Donald Trump, he told you it's real. The Space Force is a real thing. Now, why? They never really clearly told us why we need a Space Force. Now, why do we need a Space Force? Are there space invaders? Are there space guys? You know what I mean? Does Donald Trump know about the Galactic Federation of Aliens? And does he want to stop them? Or does who knows what the fuck, eh? I know Captain Midnight. We get into this alien talking. Well, you start thinking I'm crazy, right? When do we believe our fucking officials, eh? Our government officials, a defense minister from Canada. No talks of fucking mental illness, no nothing. You know what I mean? Just out there willy nilly talking about a galactic federation of aliens with your Congress. Weird kind of, huh? But then there's that Israeli space minister too, eh? Hey, why didn't you say anything beforehand? Well, because I'm retired now and I got nothing to lose. You can say I'm fucking crazy. You can do and say whatever you want. You can't take nothing away from me now. You can't rip my life apart because, well, if you try and rip it apart, it'll be easily seen. You know what I mean? But Captain Midnight, now that Israeli space minister, that information came to you by, was it the fake news or was it being real news then? Because it was like ABC or NBC. I can pull that up for you. You know what I mean? Where they said that. Weird as shit, eh? But like, I tell you, I think I'm the chosen one, right? Remember, that doesn't mean I'm any better than you or any of that shit. But the Zoltar, I've told you guys about the Zoltar, right? When I watched, what's his name? I want to make sure if you guys really want to pay attention. Billy Phillips, I think, was on the Roseanne Bar podcast. And they talked about the Zoltar, this person who was supposed to come together with Trump. They thought, anyways, you know what I mean? And me thinking what I do, you know what I mean? But then again, is Trump the good guy? The universe tells you things sometimes, and it turns out not to be what you hoped it would be. You know what I mean? It turns out to be, hey, Carl, look, you thought that. You were wrong. You held on to it for a long time, eh? You learn your lesson and move along. You know what I mean? I had to come to the conclusion that, well, Ryan Upchurch was lying about being chosen. You know what I mean? I had to sooner or later, after months and months and months and months and months and months, had to say, "Hey, Carl, he's acting very peculiar." You know what I mean? Not very truth-like. He's kinda slithery and snaky, and well, Kurt told us that in his phone calls with Johnny Gobble. Hey, yeah, we like to put this out there so we can get a reaction before we can do our thing, you know what I mean? We just like to see where it goes rather than just fucking lay the truth out there and say, "Hey, let's stop fucking playing games." But these are the kind of games that, well, us humans like to play these days, isn't it? Instead of playing the real game, Durkee, the game of life. How do we play the game of life? Well, we try and live in the truth. We go searching for it, buddy. Wouldn't it be nice to know where did we come from? Wouldn't that be cool? Or are you still like winging out on the alien conversation? But listen, you should look into it a little bit more deeply. Our native friends, they had some weird interactions or stories, or maybe they're stories. Who knows, eh? Prophets, prophets. But anyways, the alien thing. Some of them had sex with aliens, made little star children. There was some of that shit going on in the Bible too, right? We know about the whole Dogon thing, right? They had the Sirius star system mapped out before fucking science did. There's a lot of fucking weird connections. You know what I mean? Captain Midnight. You want to know another weird connection with Sirius? So when they asked the Dogons where their cannabis came from, right? They said it was a gift from Sirius. It came from Sirius. And it being cannabis, right? Like Sirius is the dog star, right? So Canna. Just little things like that, bud. Weird stuff, eh? Almost makes you wonder sometimes. Am I in a simulation? Well, I don't know about you, Durkee, but I want the fuck out. What are you gonna pray for me for, bud? Hey, Creaker Mariah, how are you? We should, we should have a conversation sometime. You know what I mean? Just truthful what we think about the whole Adam and Ryan thing. I can tell you my experience with Creek Squad. I know not all Creek Squad is like that. There's only a special few, you know what I mean? Like Kurt and Uncle Will and Seeper, and it's just, well, that's the thing. I try and be good to people, Creeker Mariah. I don't go out trying to hurt people. You know what I mean? I thought Ryan Upchurch was special. I thought he was here to change the world. I don't know. That's what he said he was here for. I can show you posts where he says he's down here working for Christ. It's kind of a lie on his part. I just fucking bought onto it. That's the only problem. I think if you would have listened, 3 million people. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if you could have taken my idea and fucking helped Marsha Blackburn out, his governor, and fucking said, hey, Creek Squad, let's do something for fucking real life this time. Let's all fucking become superheroes, get in superhero outfits, and ask Dick Durbin for that fucking flight log list to Epstein Island. You know what I mean? Let's ask the world to do it. Nah, too much for someone you like fucking Ryan Upchurch who fucking gives a fuck about everybody, but he doesn't. He only cares about the creakers. Here's the problem. Upchurch is missing out on a whole fucking spectrum of things. I don't think he knows that a lot of town and city folk appreciate the country sometimes more than the country folk do. See you, Creeker Mariah. See where I am around. They're fucking, they work all week. They work all the time just so they can have a piece of country, so they can have a fucking trailer somewhere, or they can go to a park to have their piece of country. I don't know. Maybe Upchurch is a chosen one. He's just chosen to help the. But then again, if you don't agree with or align with what he says, it's all sorts of weird. I hope you remember every time you leave that message on my comments. Hey, Nikki, how are you? Leave our children alone, Carl. I don't want to be anywhere near your children. I just want your children safe. That's the difference between you and me. I'm willing to get uncomfortable to fucking try and help. You'll be a nuisance to somebody who wants to help. Well, I am worried about everybody's kids, but it's like it's a bad situation. 300,000 missing children from the borders. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? You don't think that's both fucking countries? I'll try and do a squirrel video later, Harley. I gotta get Patty's attention. You know what I mean? Like, you want to talk about people who will try and fuck with your head. Patty Lynn, oh boy, the things that she's tried to do, amazing, amazing. But when I say, hey, Patty, you want to talk? No, no, no. She'll run into the arms of fucking Dagburn, which is just fucking weird. She wants nothing but destruction for her son. And Ronnie hangs out with Dagburn. It's all sorts of weird. I don't know. His Dagburn bought and paid for? I don't think he is. I just think he's so stupid. Hey, Kayla, how are you? What do you think, Captain Midnight? Do you think we should change the system? Do you think maybe if us in Canada were brave enough to give our intelligence agency the finger and find out that they've been hiding things from us about Justin Trudeau, and we can fire and get rid of all those and start a brand new system? Tell the banks they no longer exist. All that money, it belongs to the people now. You know what I mean? Just little things. All the oil companies and shit. Say la vie, baby. Fuck it. Keep what you got. Nobody wants to take anything from you. But no, no, no more. No more. And Captain Midnight, we could do a reset. Just like the globalists want. You know what I mean? We could change the whole system. We could have it because, like, I don't know. When people think about living in bliss, it's like not having a job and stuff like that. But I mean, I think we have to give back to society, right? In order to have a society, I mean, it all determines on how we want to live. But do you think it's not a hard ask to say, like, say there's a single mom of like two kids, woman who works at a coffee shop? Should she not, if she works 40 hours a week, Do you not think that she should have the dignity to live a decent fucking life and be able to feed her fucking children? Like, is that a possibility these days? I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't think so. System's broken, Captain Midnight. I know a guy, not even makes $4,000 a month, okay? And right off that $4,000 a month comes 800 bucks for child support, right? So he's got 3,200 bucks to live off of. Now, I don't know what it's like where you guys live on housing, but I'm gonna take a guess. I'm gonna guess low because he's gonna need a two-bedroom place, right? 2,500 bucks a month if you can fucking find a place. You know what I mean? Let's just go at that low level. Then you don't think about things like you gotta have your cell phone and you gotta have internet and I mean you gotta have fuck if you got a car payment. Good thing this guy doesn't have a car payment though, eh? Good thing. Like you got nothing. You've got a good government job. And then at the end of the month, you don't have a pot to piss in. I don't know. Let me know where I'm wrong. How are children ever supposed to leave the fucking house now? You know what I mean? Like my son almost has a full-time job at a grocery store. Right, he couldn't get an apartment by himself. Say 2 grand. But I'll be better, doctors. Well, do you think I'm kidding, AD? Dude, I'm not fucking kidding, bud. Like, there's no places around here. Dude, a studio is like fucking 2 grand. I'm not lying. You can check it out for yourself. No, I didn't say yeah. Yeah, well, it's expensive, AD. I don't know what to tell you, bud. It's expensive. Okay, now I'm making it up. Well, let's take a look. Let's find out if Carl's bullshit. Oh, I don't have it on here. Well, well, it looks like I was going off of somebody else's numbers, but two-bedroom, one bath, 1750, and that's in this town. It's more expensive in London. 1750. I guess there's a one bath, one bedroom apartment in Woodstock for 900 bucks. But still, if you take that, because I was going off of what he was saying based off of in London, okay? So I just looked in Elmer where I am, where I'm telling you about how my son, how could he? He doesn't, they won't hire him full time. They got to make sure he has like 36 hours or whatever it is. But he could never afford 1,200 bucks. 900 bucks. Private room. That's just for a room in Elmer, Ontario. 900 bucks. I'm trying to find London in here. Oh, for fuck's sakes. That's not even right. I gotta check this out because it's not right. I know damn well it's not right. Oh, see, a lot of these, I'm gonna have to look into them because it's showing two beds, one bath apartment. And then when you go in, because you're looking 750 bucks a month, and then it tells you private room for rent, fully furnished. Ancestors had no balls. Whose ancestors had no balls? Captain Midnight, you're letting the world fall apart. You have no balls. You're a fucking pedo protector. I can prove it over and over again. You let fucking dipshits run the fucking world. I'm telling you, I'm not real big on this fucking Elon thing neither, man. I'm telling you. You got more and more questions all the time. Like he wants to bring social credit scores. What the fuck is that? Do you understand that if he's trying to bring something that brings social credit scores, can't buy, trade, or sell without it. Okay. And then he's got the big old chip that can go in your fucking brain. Like, do we see some sort of fucking correlation at any sort of time? Stop crying about social credit scores, fake news. Are you fucking kidding me, AD? Have you ever listened to the fucking WEF? Dude, you're the one that can't accept that you fucking fought in a war that you should never have fought. That should piss you off. That should make you angry, but it doesn't. You ease right into it. You guys want to talk about my country has no balls? We're not trying to be the bully on the block. We ain't fucking picking on somebody, picking fights, making up lies, saying they have weapons of mass destruction to fucking get what we want, regardless of the fucking death and chaos that causes not only that country, but our own fucking people. Are you gonna tell me that America respects its fucking veterans? Yeah, you'll all stand up at a fucking baseball game and give a fucking salute, won't you? But where are a lot of the fucking veterans ending up? Not very well, right, AD? Why's that? Why's that? Maybe that's a problem you should look into, bud. But I can tell you, they're probably trying to figure shit out, and they're being fucked around every chance they fucking get. I've watched it. I've watched guys say, "Hey, why in the fuck do you keep switching my fucking people on me?" It's fucking like I keep having to fucking start over, start over, start over. It's like you want me to fucking relive my trauma over and over and over and over again without ever fucking getting rid of it. It's kind of a rigged system, eh, AD? Do you give a fuck about those people? No, because you're living the good life and you don't give a fuck about anybody else but your fucking self. Because you know why? Because you're a fucking loser. You're a loser, dude, who thinks he's a winner. None of us are fucking winning because we're not free. We're not free at all. Because if your brain was free, you'd know enough to stand up for what's fucking right. And you'd stop fucking being a bozo and coming over to my channel and trying to fucking stop me. Come take it, AD. I bet in real life you are just a fucking pussy. Just a fucking yip yap fucking all about it on fucking YouTube, but just a fucking pussy. Anybody to back your stories up, bud? You know what I mean? You're the one that tried to convince me that, well, someone's mom put dry weed up their fucking cooter. You're also the dude who told me that if your best friend's wife hit on you, you wouldn't fucking tell him. You're also the guy who said, well, if my wife fucking left me, I'd be gone the next day in Cancun, fucking snorting coke off fucking hookers' asses. Like that's the shit you throw out to the universe, bud. Whether it's true or not, if it's just a skit, it's there, brother. And well, quite frankly, I have never seen a man go so ballistic over finding out another man is gay as you. I don't fucking get it. But they should play that clip over and over again. You on fucking PBR. Meanwhile, I tried to tell you, bud. I'm like, hey, bud, I don't like to make things up, but I'm pretty sure PBR likes boys. And well, Lake Time Casey would probably be his choice of man. But you go watch that back yourself when he talks about Lake Time Casey and screwing Lake Time Casey and his imaginary girlfriend. It's all sorts of weird. You know what I mean? Oh, Mighty Whitney. Uh, I want you to hold on to that. I want you to keep it going. Way back, I don't know what you're doing. I didn't say anything bad about Lake Time. Not a bad thing at all. Said I think PBR had a crush on him. You'd have to go judge for yourself. You know what I mean? But oh man, what else do we got? Yeah. So no, AD, I was watching. Steve Bannon rips Elon for social credit score. Now, I don't know if you know this or not, bud. Elon wants to make Twitter like the Chinese one they got. China's got an all in one app. Easy to keep track of everything for you. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Anyways, I think credit score is a bad idea, but you know what I mean? But then again, we live in a world where we try and tell people, oh, you can change and you can be better and oh la di di da di di da di di da. Listen, it's a fucking lie. We hold people down for their fucking mistakes forever and ever and ever. I can prove it. I don't know what it's like in the States. But around where we are, to even work in a factory, you gotta have a clean record. At least at the factory that I worked at, you had to get a record check, and so I'll just give you a for instance. I know it happens all the time. Anyways, this dude, he worked for me, and, he was probably one of the better workers on the shift, right? And, I wanted to hire him so we didn't lose him because he was a temp. I don't like temp services neither, I'll tell you that. They're a bad idea. In a new world, I think you'd have to kick them to the fucking curb, I would think, but anyways, so this fella deservedly I felt the need for him to get paid what his compadres who were doing less than him, you know, I thought. But anyways, he was in his 40s, I think, and, turns out he had a DUI back from when he was, like, 19 or something like that. Can you imagine being withheld more money to do the same fucking job because you made a mistake when you were fucking 19 years old and you paid for that mistake? Why do fucking people who paid for their mistakes have to wear the badge forever that they made the mistake? You know what I mean? I thought that was the part of fucking, paying for your mistakes and then you could start over again. How are people gonna be able to start over again if they're fucking never given an opportunity? Yeah, start at the bottom, but fuck, you should be able to work your way up. But that's just my idea. Miss AD and myself made 600 A's to our tiny teeth and it's fat. I don't really care about money there, AD. See you, Slayback. AD, I know you're all for war. You like a big fight. What do you think of this, though? What do you think of this, bud? If we made world leaders accountable for their own actions. I know, sounds like a weird thing. So, like, what I'm saying is, say, well, I I think we should use our brains rather than fucking try and kill and destroy each other. So, what do you think of this idea, AD? Like, if we were gonna have world leaders, like, we take, Bhutan Bhutan versus the Zelensky in a debate, mano a mano with a moderator fact checker. You know what I mean? And then we could resolve the war because everybody could see. You know what I mean? If we could probably find out how this all started and find out how we could end it. You know what I mean? We could really use some real investigative journalism out there. We could bring it back. You know what I mean, AD? Hey? Well, that's the thing, we should never have to go to war. We're fucking human beings, but we're all brainwashed and manipulated to think we're better than one another or, think that we need more than others. You know what I mean? It's all a whole twisted situation, AD. See, here's the thing, they don't give a fuck about you, and God does. But unfortunately for you, if you want God, you're gonna have to feel uncomfortable because you're gonna have to fucking meet him halfway. And it's gonna make your tummy hurt. It's gonna make you not feel well. It's worth it though, bud. You know what I mean? To see it. Like I complain all the time. Oh fuck, I hate it. I hate it here, God. I fucking hate it. It's so fucking stupid. I can't fucking handle this anymore. What the fuck is going on? How are these people this fucking stupid, God? Like fuck. and he just says, "You don't like the way you're living, change it." So, I don't like the way I'm living, AD. I fucking hate it. I can't stand it. The evil that oozes off of you people fucking drives me insane, and there's no need for it. But the real sad part is that you don't think there's a problem with yourselves, and that's something you need to fucking address. Because here's the thing about waking up, it's about seeing what's real, finding out who you are. And when you find out who you are, you find out just exactly how fucking wrong you can be. And you're willing to fucking shed it, become a new person every fucking day. You know what I mean? I just misspoke about fucking prices of fucking rent because I heard, but still, it is about 2,000. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm gonna have to look into it because those ones were rooms posed as fucking apartments. Because there's no way you're getting an apartment around here for fucking 750 bucks. You know what I mean? This ain't fucking Paintsville fucking community lodge. You know what I mean? Holy fuck, can you imagine? I can't even imagine 700 bucks for fucking rent. And you can both have jobs. Talk about fucking cleaning up, eh? Holy shit. And American dollars. That fuck. No wonder Johnny don't mind kicking it. You don't really have to suffer. There's no 80 facts, brother. Wow. What if you were to find out there was a God AD and we had to fucking smarten up? Would you do it? Would you say to yourself, hey, being a moron just fucking isn't really worth it? It's better to try and figure out what the truth is. You know what I mean? Hey, bud, do you think it's fair? I say the same shit over and over again. Do you think it's fair that the Vatican holds on to all this Jesus stuff and we don't ever get to fucking know it? It's sort of like we don't even know if the fucking Dead Sea Scrolls are real or they were fucking like we really we don't even know if the Bible's real, right? AD, really, we rely on men. What can men do that are not in God? Pretty horrible things, AD. Pretty horrible things, and they don't even realize the horrible things that they do because it was the best thing for them. They don't have the ability to take a look and say, "Hey, my actions did this." Well, AD, the Bible comes from men, it doesn't come from God. It's actually about experiences about men who had experiences with God. Well, one thing I can tell you is that, well, I think God is the overall seer of things, but he gave us free will, but do you think he's gonna stop free will? I think the Bible is exactly the way it should be. I think there's some serious codage in there. Maybe not, maybe coinky dinkies. You know what I mean? Hey, bud, truth in the Bible 333 times. I think you only find your divinity through truth, bud. She's the only way. And in order to show your divinity, you gotta have no fear, AD. No fear. That's in the Bible 365 times. What else has 365 in it, bud? No fear, bud. No fear being wrong, because that's what's waking up is all about, bud. Even when you think you're right, you might find out you're wrong. But don't let anybody tell you you're wrong unless they can show you with facts and stuff. You know what I mean? Don't let anybody take your brain. Don't let Obama fuck it all up with information shooting all over the place inside of there. Gain control of your brain, AD, and say no to the chaos. That's why I don't go outside of all this shit. I put the focus on the future, and that should be the children. I don't follow a script because if the Bible is real, humanity's fucking stupid. Or Christians are really stupid. Hey, when you start seeing these signs, hey, maybe if you see these signs, you can change it. It doesn't have to go down this way. Don't be dumb enough to let an antichrist in your life. You know what I mean? Mhm. You can only be tricked and fooled if you allow yourselves to be tricked and fooled. But have we already all been tricked and fooled? I believe we have. Hey, Chad, I love you. I love you. I wish the best for you. I really do. Chad, what is it about pedos that you really love to protect about them? Why? Is it that you're scared of their money and power? Or is it you just protect them because you like protecting them? I need to know, Chad. Huh? What's going on there, Chad? Why are you down with pedos? Huh? What about what about like Moses? If you actually had to take a look at your stupidity and the things that you did wrong, you were agonized in pain all alone for a long time. Come God, it's all worth it. Moses, you would say, was kind of reborn, right? He had to go through some tribulations of accepting who he used to be and the man that God wanted him to be. Huh? What do you think? What do you think, bud? I don't know. I think we should go under the Vatican and find out, is Jesus real? I believe he is. Why would they hide that stuff from us there, eh? Captain Midnight? Huh? How much does this job pay an hour? Well, Chad, yeah, well, that's the thing. You humanoids are all about money. Hey, you pay me the right amount, I'll do whatever you want. Anything for the money. Anything. It's like we're not even smart enough to say, hey, We know Diddy's a bad guy, and he probably liked to use his money and his power to stroke his little ego. Well, shouldn't we look at the people that who are all signed with Diddy and say, "Hey, wouldn't now be a good time to fucking speak up?" You know what I mean? You gotta ask yourselves, because they say there's witchcraft and shit, right? Gotta ask yourselves, MGK part of the Diddy business? I'm only saying this because we do know that MGK's wife is into, well, she's threatening people with spells. People who let out that her boys didn't like dressing up as girls. Can you imagine that? Coming out publicly and saying, "I'm gonna cast spells on you." Congratulations, witch. If there are such things as witches, Captain Midnight, she just admitted to it. Now, I don't know. We go through this stuff all the time. Nina Abramovich, go check her out. She might be a witch. She might be working for the Ukraine school board, and well, she hangs out with a lot of stars. She's into Lady Gaga. Gaga, Gaga. Poker face. Could you imagine if Lady Gaga was into Satan and she found out she was tricked and fooled for a fucking spoonful of stupidity? Could you imagine Lady Gaga coming out, my poker face? I don't think she'd have a poker face. I think it'd be a like I'm just saying, if God peeked through, like there is a prophecy. God peeks through and he goes, I'm real, motherfuckers. How do you think Lady Gaga does? Just saying, you know what I mean? Beyonce? Can you imagine? Like Blue Star, Red Star prophecy, I think. I can't remember. I tried. Anyways, it says that, well, I believe we are in these times. Hey, Pitbull, how are you? It says that in these times where people realize who they are, they can make the change or they're going to go insane. It says it right in the prophecy. They're going to fucking go insane. Now, I'm thinking to myself, a lot of their prophecies are talking about the old aliens coming back. And you got to ask yourself, what if they're right and the Bible's wrong? Now, the aliens would probably be a fucking wake up call to humanity, wouldn't it? I would think so. And then you've got all these people that God put down on this earth. Fucking take a look at humanity and let it know who it is. It's fucking ugly, boys. She's ugly. She's not good out here. Not good at all. Men don't want to be men. They don't want to protect the women and the children, provocateur. They don't want to do that. We're so fucking stupid in Canada. Our prime minister says he's a fucking feminist. And, and he's the fucking dipshit letting men into women's sports, men into little girls' change rooms. Like he's the fucking leader. It only happens because he allows it. He's a sick, twisted little fuck. But that's just my personal opinion. And well, I need to do something about that. I need to let I can't let Justin walk away. I need to find a way. He has a job to finish. I want the MAID program back up for the crazy people. I want him to make sure he succeeds at that before he leaves. But I really want to tell him my story, Captain Midnight, because I don't think I'm crazy. But yet, if I am, maybe he'll pull together the evidence in my story through his system. It's not good. Got all the citizens like you, just all brainwashed, all to fuck. Don't know what's right, don't know what's wrong. Bible says that, though, like, I think a lot of things in the Bible are real. I think that some hands got anyways, it says, huh, and everybody says that, like, Jesus was a foot washer, and he's just gonna be like, blah, 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 blah. No, it clearly says separation. People are gonna have to learn. Either you wanna be with God or you wanna be with the ungodly. And that's the thing, like, I talk like this, like, you're Jumbo Cables, "What's up, Carl, you crazy chosen?" That's right, Jumper Cables. I'm crazy for God. You know what I mean? The truth should mean something to people, and it just really doesn't, bud. Like, when I say things to you like, "Hey, I really think Bill Gates," and I give you the all information, was on Epstein Island, I think you should care about that, but, like, it's not hard. I mean, you've been on this video for how long? You could have went and made your own video. You know what I mean? Can you get off the babies today? Judge William Campbell. Oh, yeah. Yeah, keep them coming. Keep the comments coming, dipshit. Remember, if there's a God, where are you sitting? Oh, I don't care what you do, Judge William Campbell. If I want, I'll ignore your comments. You're always welcome here. I'm not gonna block anybody. You're a hark, a jerk. Why am I a jerk? Thanks, Max Fisher. Jesus is king. Why is Jesus king? We go over this all the time. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Jesus is king because he never wanted to be anybody's ruler. He wanted everybody to rise and be a part of their own kingdom. You know what I mean? Doesn't he say that? Because I think we got a real problem with worshiping Jesus. I don't think that was the way it was ever supposed to be. Jesus was a man. He clearly always said the Father, the Father, the Father, the Father, the Father, the Father, the Father. Believe in me, and know yourself. And when you know yourself and you believe in me, together, together we'll make miracles happen. Remember the girl that grabbed a hold of his garment? Didn't he tell her? You did that. Never could happen without her actions, right? She believed and she took the action. And well, we all know the result of that situation, right? Anyways, what was I going to go on about this video for? Anyways, yeah, Judge William Campbell. I think we should start a new system where our fucking leaders. This is the thing too. No more groups. You got to take these groups away. Democrats, liberals, fucking conservatives, fucking whatever. You gotta say, "Hey, I wanna represent my people. I'll be responsible if I fuck up. I won't put it on we should all be able to." That's the thing. I think they do it all wrong. They're all then again, you know what I mean? Epstein Island. I think there were a lot of politicians, maybe some that didn't mean to do wrong, but maybe got caught up in a bad situation because maybe they were drugged and they all have to come together and, well, do things they don't really want to do because, well, might come to fruition that they did something wrong. You know what I mean? But, anyways, we've done this for an hour now. Put it on here. I want to hear your best message. Bring it to me, your best message. I would invest in the truth, regardless of your beliefs. Be willing to change them if evidence comes. You know what I mean? Everything's about the truth. What is the truth? If there are elites who are hurting children, should men stand up and say something and not be afraid? I'm sorry, Bill Gates, Klaus Schwab, and George Soros do not fucking scare me. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's the thing. Fuck. I need to do something. I need to I need to reach out to somebody, try and tell my story. Just let her fucking hang. I don't know why you guys cling to fucking wanting attention so badly. I think that's the one thing that really does fucking scare me. Other than the fact that your own stupidity has to come back and hit you in the face. And I can't feel bad about it because I fucking begged everybody. I was like, "Hey, you might wanna listen up and give a fucking" I don't know, whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna go. Unless there's something you really wanna talk about there, Captain Midnight. I don't care if Bill Gates knows jujitsu there, buddy. I don't care what he knows. I don't care what he has. I care how much farmland he has. I don't want him to be bad. In fact, I'd love to find out he's good. There's something deep down inside my tummy, my intuition. My intuition tells me that he's not a good dude. It's more like a warlock, you know what I mean? Just manifesting away. Let me write some more shit for you people. They're stupid. You tell them one of these is coming, and well, it came. Job well done, Fauci. I love you, Fauci. Hey, those American people, they are really fucking dumb, eh? They're protecting you, Fauci. Do you guys know how much money you spend in security for the Fauci? You should look that up. Eh? Warlock, Warlocks is a biker gang. Well, I don't think you'd want to be part of a biker gang if you found out God was real, right? Depends on what your biker gang was doing, you know what I mean? If you were up to some good, then maybe you're good, but if you're up to no good, then, well, that's the price you gotta pay to be part of a gang. I'm only part of one gang, and that's the Jesus gang. Right through the truth, right to the Father, you know what I mean? He's my leader. I just want him. I love him. I want the truth all the time. But that creature gang. You know what I mean? I think the future is not gonna be a good place for cartels. It's not gonna be a good place for bad politicians. It's just not gonna be a good place for bad humans. But can we deprogram ourselves from the current programs that we're running in our brains and find our own programs? Link in with God. You know what I mean? Let's have life with purpose. Let's give up on living in schmuck. You know what I mean? Let's make it so a fucking young woman with children, if she wants to fucking have a job, she can fucking live decently, you know what I mean? Or we make sure that, well, the fathers can help out at least, you know what I mean? But we got daddies out there. We got daddies out there, and there's proof positive of this, who pay a whopping 25 bucks a month. Now, I think that's for 2 children too. You'd have to ask Dagburn if that was 25 bucks for 2 or 1 child. You know what I mean? Who would brag about that on the internet? But fuck it, pay my tax. Take Oh boy. Fuck. Thanks, Johnny. We'll get the kids premium craft dinner this time. Well, hey, the creaker, I'm sorry. He can afford a lot of cheeseburgers. Every time I fucking see him, he's in a fast food restaurant line. I mean, always, just fucking, I don't know. You think you could have backed a few of those meals for, I don't know, maybe is he still paying child support? Are all his children grown up enough where he doesn't have to pay? Oh, provocateur. You are so smart. Carl Drag Queen story time. Okay, bud. Bye, Judge William Campbell. Thanks for stopping by. Jesus loves you. I love you. And, well, I'm here to help. But if you don't want help, you can't be helped. You know what I mean? You can't just say it. You got to want it. You know what I mean? You got to work for it, provocateur. And jumper cables. I'm chosen. Sure. What are you doing? What did what 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 did God choose you to do? I'm quite open with what I think I'm supposed to do, right? Oh, feeding the hungry. Well, that seems like a Band-Aid approach, doesn't it? Why don't you just solve the problem there, jumper cables? Why don't you have it so that if people are hungry, it's only because they wished it upon themselves. Make it that easy to be a part of society. You know what? Whereas if you see someone who hasn't been fed because, well, we could at least have, fruits and stuff in our parks, you know what I mean? It wouldn't hurt to throw a few trees up in the parks and take care of them and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Back when families used to hang out and stuff like that, you wouldn't even have to take picnics. You could just go and pick off the trees, you know what I mean? Have a good family time and go play on the equipment, and don't see that much anymore though, right? We're all at home on our tablets or our TVs or I don't know what you're thinking there, jumper cables. Listen, Carl, you little hypocrite. You never leave the house. And you're right. You're right. I'm living this fucking hell, bud. I gotta live her in order to fucking help. You know what I mean? That's what this has been all about. Learning. Learning, jumper cables. Wow. I mean, we could figure some stuff out, Creaker. Oh, D. Like, we should yeah, gardens in the parks too, yeah, I'm all down for that. You know what I mean? Well, I don't think we should have homeless, but then again, I don't think you give people free rides or they just keep wanting the free ride, you know what I mean? I think we've made society to the point where people have been so fucking beaten down by their traumas that they're homeless because they fucking rather live in a fucking world of drugs than live in the real world, and they stop seeing possibilities for living in the world, you know what I mean? In the real world. We talked about that. Like, I noticed on the internet, if somebody's an ex-junkie and they're not doing anything, there's always someone there to bring it back up to them in their face. But a lot of people getting their fifis, I don't think that would hurt me. If I overcame that and someone wanted to throw it in my face, I'd be like, "Fuck." You know what? I've been through way worse than your fucking words, buddy. You know what I mean? I became a better person off of that shit. Apparently, you're just a shitty person, but like Martin. Martin has had a free ride his whole entire life. I don't even know what I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna, I will talk this out there, that creaker. Martin is a very special individual. I honestly, out of all the people on the internet, he just he will purposely go out of his way. He will purposely lie to try and get one over on you. It's just he's weird. And and, and to know the Bible the way that he does it, he can't pick up in the fucking Bible, hey, be like Jesus. Don't be a moron. But I don't know. I just don't get the interpretation that Jesus just died for our sins and we can just be complete fucking morons. Because that's how we got to this spot where we're at. And it's supposedly like maybe it's the end. You know what I mean? Like we've given our power to a few fucking morons. Hey, provocateur, what do you think? Well, we do live in a world with a bunch of youth, okay? That creaker, why would I go after Martin? It's a worthless battle. Martin is one of those people who will just try and speak over you. He doesn't care. He will do anything to silence you. He will do anything to make you look bad. So why deal with someone like that? I can just sit here and say what I think of Martin right now. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to go after anybody. I'm just using situations. It's not directed at any people. It's directed at actions. These people have fucking came at me, tried to call me a fucking pedophile. They've tried to make me a bad dad. They tried to make me a drug dealer. They've tried to make me a fucking just a horrible person. They threatened to call my doctor on me. They like it's all sorts of weird. I just use what's given to me. That's all. But don't start something you're not willing to fucking finish. That's my message to little me. Don't start something you're not willing to finish because he's already finished the minute he started. Well, like I just said, little me has pushed his boundaries. He has started a lot of shit, a lot of lies, tried to ask him questions. Hey, be a fucking man and answer my questions. If I'm such a fucking piss poor person, how would you act in this situation? And he never will. He just wants to deflect it back onto me. Hey, no, show me where I'm wrong. No, no, Judge William Campbell, do I seem like I'm weak? No, 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 no. I say this and do this for the people that are weak and are bullied by fucking retards like you who just don't fucking get it. Your actions have consequences. You know what I mean? There are people out there who clearly just fucking come out and look for help, and people like you fucking trash them, and they end their fucking lives because of people like you, because you don't listen, you don't care. It's all about how you feel. Deflector. Judge William Campbell, I never need to know who you are, sweetheart. But when you find out God has people on this earth, all I can say is I asked you not to be an idiot. Hey, listen, got any questions? I'll answer them. But no, 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 this is the approach that you want to take. So I got to go. Still deflector, unless you're hurt feelings. I was expecting something else. Well, what I like to do with your guys is hate, because that's what it is. It's hate. When you make up lies about me and you say your shit, that's hate. I like to take it and give love back. I like to take your stupidity, and at some point in the near future, people are going to be able to see how humanoids interact with one another. And it's really not nice, Judge William Campbell. You know what I mean? You wonder why the suicide rates are through the roof, but you're probably one of those people who posts on their fucking Facebook, Men's Mental Health Month, always here for a friend. You guys are all fucking whatever makes you look good. You know what I mean? You're all about the looks, not really about what's inside. I got some good stories too that go along just like that. I could show you some famous people. Well, not really famous, but I still have the interactions between this person, UFC fighter. You know what I mean? Been through the gauntlet, been through the point where he was at suicide. You should see that. It's easy to look the part, but to play the part's a different story. You got to be with God to play the part, and you got to be able to get a little crazy. You know what I mean? Because normal doesn't know what God is. Normal thinks protecting pedophiles is the way to go. And well, I didn't think that's the way to go, but you really think on that, Judge. You know what I mean? You think on that and you let me know, okay? Everybody, have a good day. And well, maybe we'll see you tonight.